Blurred Summons is back. Got a bit of a different hairstyle. I spent like 45 minutes choosing a style. And now we're in Anniversary Realms rather than Season of Discovery. I am looking for potential mains going into the Burning Crusade Classic. Having never really played it before, I have my warrior, but I want options, and my next choice is warlock. Why? Well, because of the tier sets, obviously. Join me as we venture through classic World of Warcraft and eventually beyond the Dark Portal. Northshire Valley, the place in which all human characters start their journey. Now, you see, because I am incredibly intelligent, I decide to start just a little differently. Warlocks can actually pick up the quest for their imp spell right off the bat, so heading down to the Defias thugs, we find the book we need. By standing on this tent, they are simply too afraid to attack me, and I'm able to safely retrieve the book and make a clean getaway. Now is a very early yet crucial time in any warlock's journey, seeing the name of their first demon, the one who will aid them in their quest to level 10 and beyond. But now we can get on to the regular quests of Northshire Valley, cleaning up some local wolves and kobolds being a menace. We get told to eliminate actually quite a large amount of kobolds. Then we can move on to the Defias we encountered earlier, as well as their leader Garrick Padfoot. With that, we can venture further into Elwynn Forest. Classic Elwynn is one of my favourite zones in the entirety of WoW. I rated S tier in my tier list video. I just think it perfectly captures the essence of what classic World of Warcraft is. Down the road, we travel into arguably one of WoW's most popular towns, Goldshire. From here, we can then head to the McClure Vineyards, where Mabel here asks us to deliver a love letter. I'll let Turnip hold on to it for now. In the meantime, we start burning these boars for their meat. Why, you may ask? Well, someone has lost their necklace, and this little rat, Billy, might know where it is. But he refuses to speak up without some pie to loosen his tongue. But even as he gets what he wants, we learn that he doesn't even have the necklace. He lost it and it was taken by a kobold in the caves. Damn it, Billy. Well, we are able to clear out the kobold cave and retrieve the lost necklace from Goldtooth, all without casualties too. Afterwards, we make our way to Stormwind, probably my favourite, if not second favourite city in classic WoW. We're here to pick up my professions that I'm aiming to level during my journey. First, I pick up tailoring. Makes sense as I do wear cloth items. But I also want to get into the bag market in TBC. I feel like they'd always sell. I pick up enchanting as well. Apparently it pairs well with tailoring because you can disenchant the items you make. But with our profession started, we can get back to our quests in the forest. Collecting kelp from these murlocs, William and Goldshire is going to make an invisible potion for that love-struck couple or something, I don't know, family drama. Nearing level 10, we head to the east of Elwynn, to the Eastvale logging camp. While we're here, we protect the locals from encroaching wildlife, clear out the murlocs, which I always forget how much of a pain they are. There's a farm nearby where we have to kill the Great Pig Princess. I try to solo it at first with my confidence as a warlock, but they almost eat turnip in one bite, so I gotta retreat. Thankfully though, we do find this mage to team up with, and it's easy. After clearing some Defias bandits for their bandanas, I decide to venture into Redridge Mountains, only for a short while though. We can pick up the flight point right before Lakeshire and it'll save a lot of time later. Just as we head to Westbrook Garrison, we ding level 10, meaning we now have access to our talents. I'm going to do something similar to my build from Season of Discovery, going down the Affliction tree, though I know that will change heavily with the TVC pre-patch. Feel free to let me know any build recommendations to take while leveling. I've only really leveled warriors and hunters in Classic before. Back in Stormwind for a quick profession update and some training, I received some bags where I have no idea where they came from. In the Slaughtered Lamb, we're able to bind our next demon into our service, the Voidwalker, capable of tanking for us. I can't summon him yet though, I don't have any shards. But with a wolf slain, we can learn the name of our new servant. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Better than turnip. The Riverpaw Gnolls are getting a little big for their britches, and we've got to put a stop to them and their leader, the legendary Hogger. Naturally, I am a professional elite gamer, and take him out on my own, no sweat. With that, our adventures in Elwynn Forest are at an end, and we can move on to our next zone, Westfall. Well, we're only here for a little while actually. We pick up some quests in the flight path, but my actual next zone is a little more north. In Stormwind, we head to the Deep Run Tram, saying hi to the locals. By the way, I'm going to try and do little bits of RP here and there on my journey, so get keen for that if you like that stuff. I also complete the Rat Roundup quest, which I'm sure everyone remembers the sound of. We arrive in Ironforge, my other maybe favourite city in classic World of Warcraft. It's so cozy and epic at the same time. Also, dwarves are awesome. Leaving the gates, we venture into the snowy lands of Dun Morogh, another zone I really like, but we're not here for too long. We take out the Great Yeti Vagash using this fence kiting technique, then head a little south to clear up a mining cave of a Trog situation. Afterwards though, we are finally in the zone we'll be doing just a few quests in Loch Modan. In the Stone Splinter Valley, we're to take out a bunch more Trogs. I have trouble doing this though. I haven't played Classic in quite a while and I gotta get back into the swing of things. We've also got to collect a bunch of ingredients from local wildlife for some Thelsamar blood sausages. You can buy these ingredients off the auction house, but I wanted the mob XP. This tunnel rat cave is brutal. I died quite a few times in here. If anyone has any tips for me with this kind of thing, let me know. I would be atrocious at hardcore. At least I've got these sick new robes that show off my massive muscles. But with those quests done, that will be Loch Modan done. At least for now. Now it is really time to head into Westfall. Also, I have only now acquired a wand. A greater magic wand for about 15 silver from the auction house. And it is cranking. Definitely a lot better than meleeing the mobs as a caster. We go around and collect ingredients for a Westfall stew as well as a pie. The Defiers are abundant in Westfall, so we act against them, as well as disabling the rogue harvest watchers, which hurt really bad by the way. We also clear out some gnolls by the coast, and I'm able to take on quite a few of them, so maybe we're learning? After turning in those quests, I decide to take just a slight break from Westfall and head to Redridge, just for 2 quests to smooth out some XP gains. Collecting just a couple things from the lake, then it's back to Westfall. We team up with this gnome mage to take on some Defies pillagers and looters. They don't need these specific mobs, just the bandanas, so nice of them to help out. And I do the same with these gnolls in the cave. After that, we're now looking for the messenger, and we find it leaving Moonbrook. General courtesy when questing through Westfall: if you see the Defias messenger, let General Chat know. There's probably someone looking for him, like these 2 I party with. Following that up, we team up again with the same paladin to escort the Defias traitor to Moonbrook to reveal the location of the Brotherhood's lair. He also needs the Defias mobs that I do, so together we take all of them out nearby. We find a chest at a camp too, but as we're clearing it, another warlock comes along and nabs it, clearly waiting for us. Perhaps a little cringe. But to the coast, we team up with a hunter and take out a whole horde of murlocs. We need 28 of them. That's classic for you. We run up and down the entire coast, but with the power of all 3 of us, it's no sweat. We also take down Old Murkai. This is one of the best parts of Classic, at least for me. Just grouping up with random players out in the world. It's fun, makes things faster, and allows you to interact with people. Always good to see them at later levels too. However, for now, that is Westfall done for us. We head over to Redridge once again, just for a couple quests. We begin collecting ingredients for a Redridge goulash. Also, who the heck is putting spider parts into their food? After delivering a guard's lunch for him, we also are tasked to take out more gnolls along the roads. Sometimes I do well in how I pull them, but I'm still fine-tuning it. Again, I gotta get used to Classic. Right out of the gnolls though, I'm invited to a Deadmines group, Blurred Summon's first dungeon, and one that holds quite a few good items for me actually. As a party, we gather at Moonbrook, then head into the caves below. We even attempt the Undead Miners quest just before the entrance. Unfortunately, we don't actually complete the card quest. I thought the mobs would respawn a bit quicker, but not even one did after clearing the entire little area. We can try again later, I suppose. We zone in and begin the dungeon. I'm going to be experimenting with my rotation over the levels in dungeons, so let me know if I'm doing something wrong or right. For now, I'm just dotting things up and wanting them. The Deadmines, I think, is one of the best dungeons Classic has to offer, honestly, serving as a great introduction for new players to the world and its mechanics, as well as its ambience and loot. The first boss we run into is Rank Zor. Honestly, not too much of a first boss, just hits a little hard and has some ads. This ogre also doesn't actually drop real loot, just a subpar hammer. As well, our group leader actually DCs shortly after the boss. We do wait a while to see if they come back, clearing a few mobs, but it doesn't look like they're returning, so we decide to replace them. Another paladin quickly comes to fill in for the dungeon. Our next boss is Sneed and his Shredder, which drops some very nice gloves for us. We don't really care for the strength, but 3 intellect is better than 0. Making our way into the Goblin Foundry, we find Gilnid and his Goblin Engineer friends. We take him out and he drops the beautiful, lavishly jeweled ring. An excellent ring to have at a level like ours. We do contest a roll with the Hunter for it, but with the 73, it's ours. Blasting through this door, we come upon the great ship the Defiers were planning to use to attack Stormwind. Just before boarding, we take on the Tauren Mr. Smite, who can drop a really nice two-handed hammer for the melee, but unfortunately drops only the one-handed axe. Aboard the ship, we make quick work of the Murloc chef Cookie, who drops his wand, a really nice upgrade for us. Heading further up the vessel, we find Captain Greenskin, who I'm excited for. He can drop the Emberstone staff, and I don't think that anybody else in this group will really want it. Maybe the Druid Healer? Unfortunately though, only the Impaling Harpoon. Good for the Hunter, I suppose. But then, at the top of the ship is the main man, the big honcho, Elwynn Van Cleef. We take out the ads. If you stun him as he hits 50%, he doesn't spawn the second set. And then fell the Defias leader, dropping the Cruel Barb, a highly sought after melee weapon, so congratulations to our warrior. And with that, our Deadmines run comes to a close. I also quickly run back around to the Deadmines entrance to collect my last minus card. We do some training, hand in our quests, and return to Sentinel Hill, receiving our Staff of Westfall. Not quite as good as Emberstone's staff, but a welcome upgrade. Thus concludes this episode of Blurred Summon's journey through World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary. I'm having fun and looking forward to powering up my warlock as the levels come. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Like the video if you did, and subscribe for more, and have a happy holidays. I'll see you in 2026.